video. Um, I'm just going to read this verse from Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. And this is what stuck out to me when I opened my Bible today. And it was, not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am in, therewith to be content. Right? And so, what I've been hearing a lot lately is about being grateful and just being thankful for what the Most High has already given me. And I feel like so many other people could, use this message too. And then I'm going to share a quick story with you guys as well. I've been in some situations in the past where I had no choice but to be content, or else, I guess I don't really know if I should share that. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that I've been brought. Okay, I'm just gonna say it because I feel like the Most High just wants me to share the story with you guys. There was, and I hate talking about this story so much, but I'm gonna share it with you guys anyway. Back in 2018, December, I had a business, and it was called Diosa Edition. And it was my first month making a lot of sales. I had made $30,000 in sales, okay, in 15 days. And I was 27 years old. My first business, I had no idea what I was doing. No idea what I was doing. I didn't think to hire an accountant. I didn't know anything about money management or anything like that. I was just like, wow, like I have a ton of money right here. And so, like going over to January 2019, I was making steady $2,000 in sales every day, and then my profit margin was 50%. So I'm just like taking home, basically making like $1,000 a day or whatever, right? And I was in a situation where life was so good financially that I didn't want for anything. Like, I didn't ever think that I would be brought low, ever. And at that time, I had like this weird obsession with, psychic readings. I was so into that type of stuff. You guys already know, like, I grew up studying astrology and stuff like that. And for those who didn't know that, I used to study astrology a lot. And it's something that I really, really have to, like, stay away from. It's a topic that I have to stay away from because it's something that I have to forget. You know what I mean? Anyways, so one day I was talking, like, so basically psychics was like pretty much the only people I would listen to. And so the Most High spoke to me through those psychics, basically. And it was 5 psychics that I had spoken to in one day, right? And all 5 of them, who didn't know each other, they all said, it looks like you better give your life to the Lord, because, like, I guess that there was something that was supposed to happen to me. And I ended up, like, listening. I was like, all right, like, I've never ever had a problem with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never disliked God. I never had any disbelief in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't really have a relationship with him, But I figured, since the Most High is speaking to me through the only people that I would actually listen to, he really must want my attention. And I'm just kind of thinking, I remember thinking to myself, like, what would God want with me? You know what I mean? Fast forward, so I just started praying every day. I was instructed to start praying every single day. Maybe a few weeks later, the Most High started speaking to me through messengers. and that freaked me out a little bit. But I started to just like follow the instructions I was given. I was told to stop talking to psychics. I was told to stop with astrology. I was told to stop. I was told to start fasting. You know what I'm saying? I was told to stop doing a lot of stuff, and I was just being obedient. And I'm glad that I was. But there's this one thing that happened, and I feel like this happens to a lot of God's chosen. You know what I'm saying? When you give your life to God, the Most High completely strips you of everything. Like, I'm talking about, it hurts to, like, I'm talking about my spirit was so broken. I lost everything. Everything. And I feel like he didn't respect the way that I went about getting it. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't really know. Like, I feel like I guess I can try to put an excuse on it, but to be honest with you, I feel like he does that to everybody, because I've heard a lot of stories about how when the Most High calls you, he strips you. It's like this humbling, it's like he throws you in this furnace where everything burns, like your pride, your just everything about you, everything that you felt about yourself, like all of your pride, all of your, like all of your idols, you know what I'm saying? Everything that I idolized, everything was just completely stripped, bro. I was down to nothing but a suitcase in my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally all I had, was just me, my kids, and our suitcase. Anyways, I just remember feeling so startled, like, I can't believe I just lost my everything. You know what I'm saying? I just lost everything, bro. And I ended up living with some distant family, because we ended up losing our home too. And so I ended up living with some distant family members in Florida. And it was, in the beginning, it was really, really hard trying to be content in that situation, because I'm so used to having my own everything. Like, I went from working for myself to having to get a job, you know what I'm saying? And it was really, really hard. It was really hard. But one thing I realized is how I felt in the beginning of that situation to how I felt towards the end of it. The enemy, he has the power to strip us of absolutely everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can, if he wants to mess up, you know, he could if he wants to. Like, he has the power to do that. And so when he feels like he wants to play with you or play with your life, you have to get to this point spiritually where, even if you have to sleep at a hotel, or even if you have to sleep, you know, in your car, or even if you had to go to a homeless shelter, or like, even if you had to, you know, work a job that you didn't really feel comfortable working, or like whatever, because you needed some change or whatever, like, the Most High wants you to just be cool. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to be content, because that's the thing. The devil likes to, he wants to play with your, you know, with your emotions by taking away these materialistic things from you. You know what I'm saying? And trying to make you feel like you're worthless because you don't have those things, but you are. I feel like people who don't have those things are actually worth more. Personally, I think that all these homeless people that be walking around here are spiritually gifted people that had people that were very, very jealous of them, and those people were putting witchcraft spells on them. You know what I'm saying? Which caused them to want to give up on life. But you want to know something else? those people probably just didn't know how to fight back in the spiritual realm. And that's the saddest part about it. And they probably do. They probably just didn't care. They probably just gave up. I don't know, but every homeless person I've ever ran into is spiritually gifted. But what I wanted to say about my story is I learned that there was like a difference, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a huge difference in my attitude towards my situation when I started going through it, and then my attitude towards my situation at the end of it, right? When I started, it seemed like it was longer. Everything was longer. It just seemed like everything I was going through in the beginning, it hurt more, and I was really, really stressed out, and I was really, really sad because of my situation, and I wasn't content. I was just like freaking out, and when I was freaking out, it just seemed like it was never ever going to end. But towards the end of my situation, I was in a shelter with my children, and I was so content. You know what I'm saying? I was calm. I was chilling. My kids got something to eat. They got somewhere to sleep. Look, thank you, Lord, for another day. And when I developed this good attitude towards life and my situation, that's when it ended. That's when all of my blessings start pouring in. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I started to become grateful for just life instead of complaining about my situation, that's when the Most High started releasing all the blessings. I'm talking about apartment, car, finally got my license together. You know what I'm saying? Just everything that I needed to be like legit. You know what I'm saying? And so I just say that to say this, like, the moment that we, the moment that we become grateful and just thankful to the Most High that we're not 6 feet under, that we have another day on this earth to make a change in our lives, we should take a moment to thank Yah for absolutely everything that He's doing for us, no matter what situation we're in right now. Like, I have some people that like kind of pick on me because I own a company, but I drive a Toyota. I'm a temp, and I work a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying, for a health insurance company. Like I don't really have, like what they have, like the glitz and the glamour, like the nice car and stuff like that, or like the beautiful home and stuff. And so there's some people that kind of like to pick on me because of that. And when that happens to you, it kind of like, the goal is to try to make you look around at what you have and think less of it. But I remember when I first got my car, I cried and I thanked the Most High that I didn't have to take the bus anymore. And I remember when I walked into my apartment, you know what I'm saying, and I cried and I blessed my apartment and I prayed over it, and I thank God because I didn't have to sleep in the shelter with my kids anymore. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to feel like, what you have isn't very much, think about it when you first got it and when you didn't have it. And I promise you'll change your whole perspective on it, because things could always be worse in our lives. Things could always be worse. It could always be worse than what it is. Okay? So just take a second to be grateful and to be thankful to the Most High for what He is doing in your life, because He's doing great things. Even if you're in a shelter right now, thank God that you are not sleeping outside. If you're sleeping in your car, thank the Most High that you have a car to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? You have something of your own to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? Like if you staying at somebody's house, thank God that you got somewhere to stay. Like if you're working a 9 to 5, thank God that you have an income. You know what I'm saying? Just like for real, just be grateful and be just so thankful. And I'm not just saying this, I'm not making this video just for you guys. This video is for me too. Because when I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm starting to not be grateful for the things that I have, I'm gonna come back to and refer to this video myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to share a story with you guys. Like when, it's hard in the beginning, because it's a big shift from like going to have like whatever you used to have, and then just not having that anymore, it's just like, poof, it just kind of like throws you through a loop. But like once you, you know, once you just, you know, allow yourself to be content, you know what I'm saying, and calm, and, you know, understand that storms don't last forever, you know what I'm saying, and just thank God for what you do have, then things will start to change in your life, because the devil will understand that he doesn't have a hold over your mind anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't use like the things of this world to sway you. You know what I mean? Anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna holler at you guys later.